Welcome to Timberborn, my name is Nilaus and we are here with update 6 of Wonders of Water. It just hit the live server, it's been on experimental for a bit and I think it's time for us to check it out. So thank you to Mechanistry for sponsoring this video and the live stream yesterday. So my objective was to just get a sense of what's new, because every single update, let's actually just go back to the overlay. Every single update has some really cool things that change the mechanics or change the feel of the game. Update 5 had bad tides, which kind of added a new challenge here. And now this one, the biggest thing is the 3-dimensional water physics, which is absolutely amazing, and so many cool things that you can do with also overhangs and automated sluices. So what I want to do in this video is I want to try to sort of build a little base and show some of the new things so we can get a sense of what you can do. It won't be like a full playthrough, but it'll just be sort of so we can see some of the new cool things and inspire you to check it out again. Remember to check out the link in the description to jump on over to Steam to see what is new there. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game here. We're just going to go here, and this says beginner friendly, so hey, that's me, and we're going to start it on normal. Here we are in the game, and if you like these kind of videos, showcase videos, then be sure to hit the like button, and also let me know if you want to see more Timberborn on the channel. Right now I won't be able to go into a full playthrough, even though I really wanted to, but you know, it's something we can definitely consider when the time allows it. Right, so we have this little cool place and we have some areas. All the normal stuff is in the beginning is kind of the same as usual. So what we're really interested in is trying to look at some of the cool things that are here. Like there's a new sluice that is basically it's a unidirectional automated water discharge. That sounds nice. There are also some new things over here, like overhangs, which I definitely want to play with. We have over on, where is that? This giant earth cultivator is probably a little bit out of reach, but it's cool to have that option as well. That should be something you should aim for at the very end of the game. And that allows you to, when you play next time on the same map, then you can choose a new starting location. So if you don't want to start here, you could start over here, for example, and that can just add some new, unique perspectives. Let's start by just setting up some of the basic stuff for our beavers here. Just checking in here, we got a little bit of farming or planting done, we got some farms done, we got the first water wheel, and trying to desperately make a lumber mill. I just have it spinning on a power wheel here. We got a little bit of housing. Right now our issue is that it's the stage where you get to and then they go like, oh yeah, planks, damn, we need planks for everything. So you just need to set up plank production, because all of these glorious platforms that you so absolutely need, they need to get some platforms going. And nothing is available right now. We don't have our first bad tide, we don't have anything like that, so nothing much. Oh, this one I can definitely take that on out to get a little bit of water in here as well. So again, we just want to speed forward until we get some accessibility. We are just entering the very first little invention points, but that's not really going to get us anywhere to unlock some of the cool new things. So a lot more is progressing. We now have a little bit better control of our farms here, or our wood production. This is slowly getting almost ready to harvest the first batch of oaks. Yay! I can see now the first of the new things, which I think is amazing, but it doesn't really look that amazing here. Now this is an upward power shaft and this is a downward power shaft, and these two now combined. Previously there was one that goes like one up, but now it's actually one that turns it upwards, and one that sort of goes from upwards to, well, downwards to here. So this is actually pretty damn amazing, because that means you can actually build upwards now. And did we get this one? Oh, we really need this one to get done. Come on. Can't get all the materials. Really? Really? That seems weird that you can't, because I want to get over here and get this one in motion. Let's see. Okay, we are struggling a little bit with the beavers. We need more beavers. Always need more beavers, and then suddenly you don't have enough power. There we go. So now it's hooked up, and you can see that it goes here, and it's now also really nice that you can actually turn this one so that you can go down and turn at the same time. Previously you'd have to go down and then turn afterwards, so a little bit of a convenience here. I think this is an amazing thing, because we're going to be building something up here later on, some windmills, just because we can build it up there. So that's the first thing, and we're progressing. Now what we really want to do is we want to get over here to some of these sluice gates, but they need metal, and we also need some floodgates as well, but they also need a little more science, because we want to gate this one up here. This is where the water comes in, and there is an overflow potential that way. If we can irrigate this, then we can get all of this to be fertile ground. That would be nice. Or we can use it for diverting for bad tides. We also can divert the bad tides this way if we want to, but let's see what our options are. So we're back here, and we are, I think I want to show it a little bit more what we're working on. This part we want to go here. So I said that I want to make some windmills up here. I think that's exactly what we want to do now. So let's get some windmills. We only have the small ones available, and I want it to be in that corner. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go in here and in here and in here and in here. Oh yes, that's potential. So what I want to do is I want to get that. I want to build one of these up here, but that means I need to get in. That means I am going to go here, and we're going to go, I'm going to do that. Actually also for this one, I think. I don't know. It's always good to have these here. And then I'm going to go with one upwards here. And I can connect. And then now that we have the upwards, we can just go up, up, up. And that will go straight into a windmill. It doesn't matter which way they turn. I guess they'll turn eventually. And then I can just take these windmills and go into the next. And then I want to get some platforms here. It might be a little bit excessive to build this out here, but I think that nice crisp patterns here are always appreciated there. And then I'm going to be hooking this up over for this side and then back again on that side. Great. That should get us going with some of this. And let's get this in here so that we can start working on it. So this is kind of a build where we can use these vertical power shafts, and they're going to be super nice. The other thing that I'm working on is actually preparing. We are in the drought right now, but I really want to work on this one. So this is kind of a manual build because I don't have the sluice gates yet. We could probably just make this with sluice gates, couldn't we? No, we cannot. Because sluice gates require metal, and I don't have metal yet. We're starting to mine some of the metal up here, but we haven't built a smelter. So I'm going to have to do this first bad tide that will probably come in soon. I'll have to do that with a manual action here. So we have a bad tide approaching. I have paused it with 0.3 days left. So here's the plan. We are now sending water both these directions. So I can send water out beyond here, and that's gonna take some of it. I want to see first if I can just send it that way. How are we going to do that? When the bad tide hits, I'm gonna be raising this so it closes off the water. Then it'll be flowing this way, but it'll probably overflow, which I don't want. In that case, I want to have this one actually go up to like 0.5 so that it overflows. Yeah, it can overflow, so it wants to flow primarily this way. But if it overflows, then it goes down here. Then I have closed this gate so that it will flow the other way and just spill into this area. That should be fine, right? Let's see. And now the bad tide comes in. I think I'll actually just get this one down to 0 so we can get the last bit of clean water out. Just get that water out. Go, 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 go. And then once the bad tide comes in, then we want to, I don't know, filter it. I want to go let it lead it this way, but I think it'll be too much flow to lead it that way. That's at least my my thought on this. All right, here we go with the bad tide coming in. It's morning, and we start seeing it, and then it goes pretty quickly, actually. There we go. The bad tide has started, and I think that's probably where we want to be locking this one off at 1.5. There. So now it should flow primarily this way. I can also already see that it's not going to work. So this one, just raise it. And then we start, these will empty, and we'll start throwing the water into this area here. And we start leading the bad tide this path around our area, around our city. That's good. And it'll slowly fill up here, but it'll also overflow. Of course it will, because this will just not be enough. And I don't really want this to happen. where it just overflows and spills in here. So maybe we just want to lower this a little bit. Look at the granularity we have here. That's really nice. We don't want this to happen. So please don't do that. We just want it to flow nice and quiet here. So yeah, this is a little overflowing. I can lower this again a little bit more, so that we just let more of it flow that way. There we go. So now it's more of a stable flow that we. All this is, of course, manual action. And over on this side, ooh, it's staying there. It's staying there. It's slushing a little bit. Slushing a little bit too much. Wow, this is so cool. This 3D water here. This is a lot of slushing back and forth, which is a little bit risky. But hey, it looks like it's working. We're sending it that way. And we are... This is very controlled. It goes around our area. This is very controlled. Goes around the area. So that's good. All right. Looks like we're saving. We're saving this. Why are they? Oh, they don't have food. Maybe if we want them to get food. Yeah. Well, that's another headache. Right now, the headache we want to deal with is the bad tide. So let's speed through the bad tide, and then see how we close it off once the bad tide is done. We can actually just let it go like this for a while until it has cleaned out. And the last night before the bad tide ends. So next time we want to do a bad tide, we definitely want to be able to, since we have a little bit of metal blocks now, we definitely want to make sluice gates for the next bad tide. There we go. Bad tide has ended. Woohoo! Cycle 6 begins, and it comes in. So here is the thing. I want to now just send more this way just to clean it out. This area here is also going to be interesting because this is polluted water, but it's very stale because you can see the flow is out here and not through that one. So we need to sort of flush this out. I can then lower this. The spring flood is coming in, and we just need to wash away all this. Now it looks to be pretty clean, but there's still some bad stuff there. So what we're doing is we are going to open the floodgates, literally open the floodgates, and that goes in, and we there's a little bit of but this will be diluted so much that it's actually not going to be a problem. This looks so cool. Like, it's such a minor thing, but you can just gradually see that it gets cleaner and cleaner. It's such a nice little thing. This one will just work as an overflow, but we're not going to send anything beyond there. So we've now restored the flow, and we've survived the bad tide, but through manual action. This can be automated. Also, this has been built, and these vertical power shafts are super nice, and we now can build up here on this platform. I know they don't need to be a build up here, but it just seems nice to have windmills up on a cliffside. So we fast forwarded a bit to get to the next bad tide, and this time we have now automated the sluices. So let's see if I can figure out if this is done correctly. What I've now done is I have a sluice here, and I think I want to do that. So this basically says what is the threshold for it to close when the downstream. So this basically means that you can sort of control the flow between different locations, but this is basically closing it so you can maintain a certain water level between two reservoirs, which is not really what I want. So this one shouldn't be relevant, but you can actually have an option here that says close when above or close when below contamination. And what I'm doing here is we can let this run. I am going to close it when the contamination is below 0.5. So that means it's closed when the water is pure. This one is opposite. This is closed when the water is contaminated. So that means when the contaminated water comes in here, then it will flow that way. That's not going to work actually, now that I just realized it. Oh crap. Because there's no way that this can handle all of this stuff. So I'm actually going to have to disable that. I need to let it flow onwards here because I want to get it down here. These ones are closing when contaminated is 5. So I'm going to have to let the contaminated water flow in here and also flow that way. So contaminated water will need to flow around and that way as well. And that should work. Here, these are closed when contaminated water is below. So let's just let it rip and see when we get this coming in. In the meantime, we can look at the base. It's looking nice up here. We're getting some explosives done, so we can start working on this. My objective here is to build up a lot of metal blocks. We don't have a lot of metal blocks, but we need to build a lot of metal blocks. The reason why we want more metal blocks, that's why this one needs to be built there, is because we want to get the overhangs so we can do some aqueducts, which is one of the other cool things that we can do here. It also gives us a lot more potential. Actually, we can do that now, and while we wait. Oh, I don't want to do that while I wait. I have unlocked this one. This is a 1-4. So basically what I want to show is that you can do this part here, and then suddenly we have like a monstrous amount of additional build space. Isn't that amazing? And they don't care, the crops don't care about it's under a panel. But look at that, we just got a crazy amount of extra space to build on for housing, for example, or for whatever. But you can't build anything on top here, so that's pretty good. I don't think I want to build those, but whatever. Here comes the bad side. So let's zoom down and see if it works. It's gonna be stressing out. So this one should open when there's a detects that it's more than 5% polluted. And open, damn you! Why is it not opening? Oh, sluice gate. It says open. It says open. Why are they not open? Oh, because it's only just barely getting up there. This one. It goes out here. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. The sluice gate works. Can I just let this one? What I really want is I want some of it to flow that way. So I wonder if I could set the sluice gate here to kind of close. Close when above that area. Does that change anything? No, it doesn't. It doesn't open. Because it's kind of overflowing because I can't really get enough in here. Ooh, that's not great. I really wanted... Yeah, this sluice gate is not great. What if I just close... Oh, what if I just close it when the contamination is above? Let's do that. There. Oh, at least the lower one should be closed. Because then it will flow. Yeah, okay. So the lower one will close. Now that it's all closed. And then it's slushed the other way instead. There we go. But the top one, I want to keep that open. So now it'll be both going out this and half of it out this side. Yeah, that means it should be possible to handle it. You know, small mishaps here and there. That's it's a little bit too much coming in. Just kind of stabilize, please. That's not stable. Damn it. I really want less because it's coming in at 5 and it can only go out at 3 here, so it's potentially getting too much in. But because I want more to flow the other way. Maybe it's stabilized and we just got a little bit of bad tide here. A dash of bad tide. But if we look at it now, then I think it's kind of stable. Maybe if I disconnect this one from the rest and then just close you when contamination is high. That means less goes this way. 4 tiles goes this way. That means it should be easier. I know there's only 3 tiles. Oh, damn it. You will also be disconnected and then... No, that's not you. That one. I'll disconnect you and then I'll close you. So now 3 tiles goes in. That should definitely be able to send 3 tiles that way. Good. No more dark bad tide here. And that means there should be more pressure to flow this way. Which might mean that this way may be overflowing. Okay, well that was a moderately successful implementation. Yeah. So I think it's important to only allow as much through here as you can guarantee can go out on that side. Yeah, well, which obviously makes sense, so that there's a flow. This is nasty, but it's not completely nasty. It is, however, does it count as these being contaminated? Injury? No one is contaminated yet. So this is not so good. So let's see if it recovers automatically once it flows back. And that is the end of the bad tide. Come on, bad side ended. Alright, so the sluice gates work. It's just the engineer who's working the sluice gates is not working as well. It takes a little bit getting used to. Let's see that these ones will shut off by themselves. Do they shut off? The water is clean, the water is clean, the water is clean, and they closed. Great. So that means more pressure this way. And we just keep pouring water down that side. All the polluted water, and at some point the water that gets detected here will be determined to be clean, and then it'll switch on off. Let's see if it works. Come on, switch on off some of you. We don't know the pollution level, but it looks like it's getting there. We go. Now it starts flowing that way, and these ones close off. And now we just need to flush through this part. It'll be clean. Okay, a little bit of flooding. That's always the spring flood is always coming in. All right, so it looks like it's recovering pretty well. There's a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done, but we now actually have something that is automated. It is super amazing. Cool. So what I need to do now is I want to figure out how to do some of build an aqueduct of some sort. So I want to try something with the new impermeable floors, and I think that an aqueduct is the coolest thing that I can do. So what if we could sort of build through here so that you can walk maybe at this tile, walk here, and then we can build an aqueduct that sort of leads in and fills this one up or something like that. I don't know exactly what we want to do, but I want to see what we can do with this. So what we want to do is first we want to find out what height it is, and I think it's going to be in sort of this height, which means that we need to unlock some of the things. The new impermeable floor is here, and that costs 1 metal, so we need to gather up more metal. So if I cut this off, it's not going to be a good idea. That means I also need to be figuring out, I think I want to build it at this level. So that means I need to blow something up as well. Oh, I don't even have that. Okay, it's more explosives. I do have explosive factory, but not really explosives themselves. So I think it's this one. So we build it here, and then we build it here, and then that's can just need to be blowing up at multiple locations. Then I'll be bringing them up over this area. So something like this. I think this is going to be working fine. I hope. The only question is, will it overflow? I don't really know. Actually, I think this one actually has to be deleted as well. And this one has to be deleted. And then we can use an overflow instead, like this one. There. That's also good. And I can now blow this one up, that one, and I can blow this one up, and I can just build another explosive. I know I could build the better explosives, but we're going to do this one. These ones here, and then that will be the last part we explode away. There we go. Hey, golds are getting better. And I don't know if I also need impermeable floor on this to make sure that it doesn't overflow upwards, but hey, I guess we'll find out. Right, so things are progressing a little bit. I've been making an overhang. I've been putting this one in. I've been blowing up this part just so that we can in here. And then I wanted to sort of build the next part here. And then I built that one. And I don't know if this needs to have impermeable floors everywhere. Because if I'm being like, I think that there we have some impermeable floors. Oh, what happens? It's that level, right? So I have some impermeable... No, I don't have... Where? What? Don't I have that? Here. Yes, I have those here. But if I have them here, does that prevent from soaking into the building? I might actually do that. But I don't know if that can be built underneath it. So this is something we need to, I guess, find out. And all of this just... Build. And I wonder if the stuff below is also getting prioritized. Yeah, no, they're not. There. Actually, just really high build. Let's see if that can be built. Maybe it can't be built. Maybe it can. Maybe they need to go underneath. That's interesting. What we also want to do is then bring it out here. So what we need to do is basically have that one. And then I am going to make these overhangs. like that and that. Then I also need an overhang on the other side here, which is just going to be 3, like that. And then I'll have the impermeable floor like this, and the levees on the sides. Yeah, and then I guess we just want this one out here. And then this is 4 deep, then I can also do that one. All right, well, that's kind of how you make an aqueduct. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I think the idea is good. So once we build this, we're going to test it. I think it's worth giving it a shot right now to see what happens if I actually let this go in. First of all, let's see. We have built permeable floors. You can see that metal parameter around is good. So if I set this one down, we will get water, hopefully. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got another answer, and that is it also overflows upwards. So if I want to prevent that, I also need to make impermeable floors on top, like this. So that should prevent it from overflowing. Okay, well, that's important information. And then I'm going to be continuing this aqueduct a little bit further. I think it's time for us to test it again. We built the aqueduct a little bit further. It takes forever to build, but it's a cool idea that we can do this. So let me just go over here and then lower it to 1.5. That is probably not enough. Yeah, and it's not enough. And even if I lower this to 1.0, then it's not really getting anything in here. But you can then use it for sort of an overflow or something. Oh, right, it works. It works quite well. Let's see if I go this one to 105, then it might slush in a little bit. So we can use this as an overflow, where if this one's getting high, then you can send more along this way. Of course, it's going to be constrained by the fact that it's one level, or you could also use this for, instead of sort of building roofs on top, you can actually build, yeah, that's a little bit late for this one right now, but we could build some water wheels, but they are they're too big. So we could just do like a long line of water wheels, but the idea is that if you build it up here, then that's because you can build underneath it as well. And we can look in here. There. And so nothing flows out. If I go this one just to 1.0, then it should flow out the same rate as this. This one is, yeah, downstream depth. Okay, that's actually nice to be able to see this. But anyway, I think that this is kind of working. Oh, we got more levels here. If I just get this a little bit down, then we will see that water is starting to flow. And then I can use this for irrigation or making a lake. I really wanted to get into this area, but the issue is that if I do that, then it'll just overflow. Unless, of course, I kind of... What if I build it and then sort of deducts into the water? Oh, okay, let me just do that. I want to do that. I want to try something. What if we build it into this so that it... Will it then go in here and then overflow, or will it go in? That's the kind of how it works with fluid dynamics. Whew, let me just give that a shot. All right, that's going to be an exciting experiment to see what happens if I open it. So I have down here, let's just scroll down. There we go. So we have below all this, there, we have open, we have permeable floor, and there is, oh, yeah, that's also permanent floor. It's just permeable floor on a levee. And then there's a pit that goes all the way down. And then you can see here, there are openings here. So the question is, will this overflow up to that level, or will it overflow up to it can't get any more out? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Let's just unleash it. Let's send in water. Let's do this and see if water is coming in. Yes, water is flowing in. And this one got fertilized a little bit. So it goes in and it starts filling up this area. Ooh, look at that. It gets, all that stuff is nice. Let's see if how much it goes. Of course, we'll have Well, we actually still have the same flow over that side as well. So this is good. Let's see if it continues or if it stabilizes here. I would think. Oh, this actually means that I should make sluice gates down here, shouldn't I? Oh, that would be so cool if I made sluice gates. Then I could actually guarantee it. Okay, that's not working. Ah, panic! I need to change it to sluice gates. There. Still have the water there. Okay. This actually means that I need... Oh no. I need to take this out and make it into sluice gates. Because then I can control that it will only flow up to a certain amount. That's pretty cool. I should also make sluice gates for these two then. Sure. Alright, let's give that a shot. Oh, typical. I wanted to test something and now the bad tide is coming. But actually I was preparing something for prevention of bad tide. So we're going to test this while waiting for the bad tide, and we're going to see that it actually works on the bad tide. So let's first thing first. This one is monitoring the level. Downstream depth is 1.10. And I'm saying that it will close when it's 1.5. So that means I can maintain this reservoir, and then this one should stop. The water should fill up inside this channel or aqueduct. Then it should go over here. Now down here somewhere, let's go down. There we go. I have built a sluice which closes when the contamination increases, but also says that it closes when basically the aqueduct is full. So with that done, I think I should be able to just open this one. I might not even need it. And then we want to see in there, we get water in. And that should then flow down here, but only get to a certain height. Oh, and it's not really flowing in super quick, is it? Well, it's working. It's working. And I can see here, this will gradually increase. 1.12, 1.13. This will increase up to 1.5, and then it should close off, and then it won't get any more. And then we'll gradually see that the water will flow up, fill up the tower, go backwards, and then it'll fill up onto this one. It's closed. Well, maybe it won't ever get closed because the water will not rise to that level. I guess we'll find out. But it's still, yeah, because there will be an equilibrium between this level and this level out here, which is, this level is 0.34. Alright, let's see what the level down here is. It's 0.50, 0.51. So the sluice should be closed, also closed. That means that this water level should just gradually increase, which is what we see here. Increasing, 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 and then flowing backwards. Oh, it increases all the way up. Oh yes, perfect. And it can't get out, because we still have a roof on top of it like this. So let's see. One more down. And the sluice here is registering too high, and then it closed off. So that means we now also have water contained in this area. So that means this, I mean, we can use it for pumping. We can use it for as a little water reservoir. But now we have fully automated it in terms of filling it up and then maintaining this level, which was something that was really difficult to do before. These sluice gates are literally a game changer. I mean, obviously with a new game version, it is a game changer, but this changes what you can do, because now we can do an aqueduct, we can fill up, we can maintain these areas at different places in much nicer ways. So getting a little bit of circuit logic into Timberborn is super nice. Wow, I think this is impressive. And we now also have automatic, I think, sluice control for the bad tides, and we have these vertical lines, we have the inventory, we can do that. And I think that, I mean, we can then of course do the wonders, but that's a little bit too much for a showcase video. So I think this is absolutely amazing. I'm already just getting cool ideas about all the cool things we can do with this part. I think the maintaining water levels in different places is super amazing. So it's something I definitely want to check out later on whenever I find time in my schedule. So I hope this was a nice teaser for what is new in update 6, and it is certainly adding a ton of new features. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Machinistry for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, either of this or some other factory related game. Until then, take care and stay effective.